Hello, everyone. My name is Vicki Johnson, and I am the Senior Transportation Planner with the St. Cloud Area Planning Organization. I'm here to provide a quick overview of one of the APO's federally required documents, the Transportation Improvement Program, better known as the TIP.
Unlike most of the documents produced by the APO, this document is not a planning document. It's what's known as a programming document. This means the document actually programs dollars over the next 4 years for construction of these projects. At this point, most of these projects have already completed a series of planning and engineering studies and are just waiting for funds to be built.
So think of the TIP more like an accounting document, keeping tabs on the money, versus a plan for the future.
The APO's TIP contains a series of local transportation infrastructure projects that have been programmed to receive federal funding. The TIP also contains several projects that are being led by the Minnesota Department of Transportation, MnDOT, that have received federal funding or are funded using state dollars.
The APO's TIP document is broken down into 7 sections.
The first section, the introduction, contains a list of formalities explaining what the APO is, what the TIP accomplishes, and what is required by the federal government.
Chapter 1 then provides an overview of the projects.
This is not a comprehensive list of all transportation projects that will be done over the next 4 years. The TIP is only concerned with the projects that have received federal funding assistance. The project section also includes transit-related projects from St. Cloud Metrobus, and again, those state projects from MnDOT.
Our community impact assessment can be found in Chapter 2. This assessment reviews the location of the proposed projects within the APO's TIP to multiple demographic population subsets. This includes Black, Indigenous, and people of color BIPOC individuals, low-income households, people with disabilities, limited English proficient populations, zero vehicle households, people 65 and older, and people 18 and younger.
While it is difficult to make significant improvements to transportation systems without causing impacts of one form or another, the concern is whether the proposed projects disproportionately affect the health or environment of certain population groups in a negative manner. This exercise ensures negative impacts resulting from government activities do not fall disproportionately on underrepresented or vulnerable communities.
Chapter 3 dives into performance measures. One of the things the federal government wants to know when investing millions of dollars in transportation projects is if the region is spending money on projects that will actually solve problems.
Performance measures are one way in which to understand what is happening and find opportunities for improvement. The APO is required to track several metrics, including safety, pavement and bridge condition, and system reliability. This is in addition to the condition of transit assets like buses and facilities, as well as transit safety. The projects programmed in the TIP should address the region's problem areas to ensure the transportation system operates at its best.
Chapter 4 is all about the money. The financial section provides a brief review of how the individual jurisdictions and agencies budget for transportation improvements.
It is important to know that not only does the sponsoring agency have the ability to complete the project, but that by doing so, it will not adversely affect the agency's ability to maintain its existing system.
Chapter 5 is where you come in.
This is our public engagement chapter, documenting how APO staff have reached out to hear how you feel about the projects listed within the TIP and any changes or amendments to those projects after the TIP is officially adopted. Chapter 6 is known as the Annual Listing of Obligated Projects, ALOP. This section provides a status update of projects that have received federal funding in previous years.
This section really serves as an accountability section. The federal government provided money to complete a specific project and wants to know if that project has been completed or how close the project is to being finished. So that's the APS 2026 to 2029 tip explained. To find out more or to review the document, scan the QR code on screen or check out our website listed in the description down below. Until next time, my name is Vicki Johnson, APO Senior Transportation Planner. Thanks for watching.